Hello guys, how's it going? Alex Grampian here. I hope you're well. Today I got a quick video on my Honda Integra DC5 Type R. This is 2001 model and I'm going to be doing a quick oil and oil filter change. This is just normal how-to video in case you got one or you want to find out what you need to do to change the oil. I would personally recommend changing oil every 6,000 miles if it's like a daily vehicle you don't abuse. If it's a track car, obviously that will depend on how much you abuse the vehicle, how you use it. I will probably do every 3,000 miles at least. But today I have got a high performance oil here. This is for racing cars anyway. So this is really high quality. It's X-Hype oil. I got the link in the description below. I also manage, as per usual, get a discount with the company that I've used or work with. So you got a massive discount there for you. That will help. But yeah, double check obviously. You can send them an email. You can contact them on social media to check for your vehicle if you haven't got the Honda Integra, if you got something else. And also people like to use different oils. I'm using 540 today. Some people use 530. So the options are there. Just have a look. And like I say, if you got questions, just contact them on there and they'll explain you and suggest the best oil for you. But yeah, if there's something you're interested in, tune in guys, and I'm gonna start with it now. Right guys, so I'm lucky enough to have the barn and obviously have my scissor lift there from Twinbush, which is probably the best thing that I ever bought. That lift, the link for the lift will be in the description below in case you have got a unit and you're looking to buy a scissor lift or a car lift to make your life easier. So as per usual, link is there. But yeah, please, when you jack the car up, because before I used to do these things on the floor, so I know what it's like, you got the jack stands. I used to use similar stuff to this. So the jack stands with a rubber top so you don't damage the chassis. They're 3-ton. This is from Draper Tools actually. So if you want stuff like this, that will be in the description below as well. So I'll put the link there. But yeah, obviously use the jack in correct points, jack it up and make sure it's safe. Put the handbrake on so it doesn't roll. If you got a lift, I mean even better, or if you got access to a lift. So now I'm gonna, the car's been running, I've driven it here just now, so it's up to normal temperature. This is when I usually drain the oil. I try and drain it at normal operating temperature. Obviously turn the car off and drain it, because that way you drain the oil quicker and get more of the old oil out of the system. So usually when I change my oil, I like to put dipstick out. It's something that I developed when I was working at main dealer. You pull the dipstick out so you know you're draining the oil until it's done. Don't put the cap or oil dipstick back in. So obviously take that off. And like I said, be careful, because obviously if you run it up to normal temperature, it will be a bit hot. But yeah, just gonna go up with the car and then drain the oil. Right guys, so under the car, here's the engine obviously drain plug, and the oil filter is located right on top of that drive shaft there. You can just see it there, but yeah, we'll get to that. You can use the water pump pliers or you can use the adapters for it. It's up to you. First I'm gonna drain the engine oil. You even got the sign here underneath saying engine oil in case you're wondering. But yeah, just drain it from there, and then I'm gonna undo the oil filter and try not to make too much of a mess. Right, so all you need, I got my Draper Tools 17 socket here with the ratchet here. So just crack it off, and I'm using a 20 litre bucket, so get at least 10 litre bucket for yourself to be careful, and start draining it. Like I said, hopefully not going to make too much mess. There we are. Right, so there's our oil filter. Sorry guys, I can't get my camera in there, but just on top of the drive shaft, there's the filter. So you can get the water pump pliers, or like I say, if you got an adapter, it's even better. Just get an adapter on there and undo it. And then try and be careful. I usually put paper or something, or put it straight in the plastic bag so the oil doesn't drain on top of drive shaft and the whole frame, so you don't make a mess. Right guys, like I said, I got a bag here and a bit of paper. I do apologise that I can't get a camera in there, but usually once I cracked it off a little bit with the water pump pliers, I put the bag over the filter, especially the one that's in position like this. Put a bit of paper under it anyway, because it will drip, and slowly undo it. There we are. the oil's already going in the bag and it's coming out into the bucket as well. So I'll fill that mesh in a little bit. Just wash off with a bit of brake cleaner. Not the best place to put the oil filter, but hey ho, that's what it is. Here's another thing that some people do and some people don't. By the way, this is the part number for the oil filter from Men Filters that I'm using today. Now I personally, when the filter is located especially like that down there, I like to put a bit of oil straight away in there so it's already primed up, just so you don't lose any oil pressure. I know a lot of people say that you don't need to do that, but I'm just going to put a little bit in there, just makes it that tiny bit better. Right guys, so the sun plug is in, the oil filter is screwed on. Like I said, torque settings will be in the description below. So now we've got the good stuff going in there. Now it usually takes about 4.5 litres. Each bottle of them is 4 litres, but if you buy obviously 2 on the Hondas, depending on if you got the S2000, they do burn a bit of oil, so you will top it up eventually. Or the same on this one if your one does burn oil. My one's been spot on actually, so I'm really lucky with my car. So I'm gonna put 4.5. I've got 2 bottles. Just skip the other one and just get one more afterwards when I'm doing next service. So there's 4 litres going in there. Don't forget I've topped up a little bit in the oil filter, so there's already some oil in the oil filter. So I put 4 in and then I'll check on the dipstick, and then obviously make sure you're in a flat surface. Then I'll run the car. I'll put enough oil so it's on the max on the dipstick, then run the car for 5 minutes. Check for any oil leaks around the oil filter and the sun plug. And by the way, while we're talking about the sun plug, I do recommend using a new sun plug, or at least a new washer for the sun plug when you replaced it, because it does help tighten it up and seal it better. So at this point, like I said, there's 4 litres in there, so just dip the dipstick in there and check how much have you got. So I'm halfway between minimum and maximum. I don't know if you guys can see if this is gonna focus or not. There you go, so between minimum and maximum, but when you run the car, obviously the oil will go everywhere, so it will lower the level a little bit, so we'll definitely need to put another half a litre there, in there at least. So just put that back in there. Right guys, so I had the car running for 5 minutes. I'm gonna check the oil, so obviously clean it first, then dip it again. Now you need to let the car stand for 5-10 minutes for the oil to go all the way down to check it properly, and obviously, like I said, have the car on the level ground. So just recheck it. So currently I got it halfway, so it just needs a tiny little top up. It's halfway, I apologize, it's halfway between the minimum and maximum, as you can see. It's there, so you just need to top it up, probably like 200 mil, and it should be fine. Right guys, so here we are. I hope you enjoyed the video and find it helpful. So the oil, like I said, link is in the description below. Really good quality oil. Discount is there as well. I can put a link in the description for the water pump grips to undo the oil filter. It's a bit tricky because it's in a weird place. And obviously for the sun plug you just need 70 mil. So I have got about 3.4 litres left in here. That means that the car took 4.6 litres of oil, give or take, which sounds pretty much right for them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, find it helpful. All you need is 70 mil to undo the sun plug. Don't forget to put a new washer on there. And like I said, the oil filter, just do it up. Usually on the oil filters like this, you do them up as hard as you can with hand. If you can't get enough strength on there to lock it in, then use the tool to do it up. And like I said, the torques will be in the description below. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, find it helpful. And if you did, do subscribe to my channel, like my video and comment below. Have a good day. See you later. Bye.